Halloween ends. Ooh, yes, it opens up this weekend, guys. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about Sister Act 3. Little Mermaid 3 has a new poster out. And is Liam Neeson going to be in a Naked Gun movie? Of course, as you know, Halloween Ends opens up this weekend in theaters and on Peacock. But we start off today's show by talking about everything that was trending last night about Harrison Ford joining the MCU. Okay, so it's being reported, and this came up during, what was it, like some Comic-Con or some con of some kind, right? That, Harrison Ford was going to take over for the Thunderbolt Ross role from the actor that passed on, William Hurt. So, and it's being reported, and it's actually being reported that it's being confirmed that he's going to be the Thunderbolt Ross in the Thunderbolts movie, because eventually, from the comics, right, Thunderbolt Ross becomes the Red Hulk, right? Now, and I don't know if we're going to see that, but it's being reported out all over the place. It's being splashed all over the place, guys. But not, oddly enough, not on the big, huge trays. This one's up on Screen Rant. It's going to get confirmed pretty much. Let's see, when I go up and take a look at its stuff here, originally broken with John Rogan and Jeff Snyder. Okay, fine. A podcast with 23.9k followers. So it's being, as you can see here, I guess Collider and IGN are the biggest ones. Reportedly cast as IGN. Collider says it's confirmed that he's cast. I'm pretty sure that it's pretty much a done thing. If it's gone this far, I don't think it's that too far off. And William Hurt, as you know, had passed on. So, okay, Harrison Ford is a good replacement, because there's still more story there to tell. We just last saw the character in Black Widow, right? So, Collider's reporting that it's confirmed, and I would pretty much say, guys, don't be surprised that later on we just have a quick little snippet of a story saying it's confirmed. Ooh, yeah, that he is there. So by multiple films, Ross for multiple films. Ford will be cast for multiple films, with his debut reportedly set to come in Captain America: New World Order. Okay, he will appear in the team-up movie Thunderbolts, which is shown off at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, that's where that was, right? The Comic-Con. But they didn't want to announce it there because Kathleen Kennedy thought it would take away from their Indiana Jones 5 panel. It wouldn't have. Not many people really know about this character. Well, they know about him, but they just don't really care about him, right? Because he's just been in the background character. He hasn't been right in the foreground. He's been there, but it's kind of like, okay, like people won't won't even make the connection that he's the same character as William Hurt. They may not, but we're movie fans here, so we know about this. And okay, so that'll get, I'm pretty sure that'll get confirmed. All right, so that's what you pretty much what you need to know about the Harrison Ford MCU rumors. Expect that to be confirmed but probably by the end of the day. That's what you need to know. All right, guys. You're watching Mirror Domains. We do a daily movie news show, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, and there are all my other social media handles where you can find extended versions of those little shorts that we see here on the channel, right? Extended versions of those are on TikTok and Instagram, and of course you can follow my stories there. Like, when I do my straight out of the theater reactions, I do stories of me going to the theater and what my anticipation levels are and stuff like that. So you get a little bit more behind the scenes stuff there. Come on, join us, and you'll be able to follow along with all the big movie news headlines and reviews and stuff like that. Okay, a few comments here. Byford Hobbit says, Rings of Power finale. I can't wait. Yeah, we do the Rings of Power in just an hour and a half, guys. Artglass Vikings, with Harrison joining Marvel, I wouldn't be surprised if Leonardo DiCaprio had a change of heart about starring in comic book crossovers. Well, I don't know about that, because DiCaprio was pretty adamant about not doing that. He even advised Timothée Chalamet not to do that, right? So we'll have to see how that pans out. All right, guys, let's get to it. Halloween Ends opens up this weekend and in theaters and on Peacock. It's an hour and 51 minutes, and that's a long hour and 51 minutes. Now, I went to see it last night, so if you want to see my straight out of the theater reaction, it's on the channel right now. Let's take a look at what the synopsis reads. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in this final installment of this trilogy. Keyword this, because this is under Blumhouse. Jason Blum is producing this, and he only had the rights for 3 films. So 5.4 on IMDb. Okay. I guess, where can we start with this? Let's start with the good things with Halloween Ends here. Like, it was cool to see Jamie Lee Curtis back kind of in this genre. Guys, I got nothing for good things. Here's what I said. Here's sort of what I meant to say here is that, Halloween Ends is, it's a movie that feels like, I'm sorry, I'm really bombing out here. Okay, Halloween Ends. Let me just fix this and we'll get underway here. There we go. Halloween Ends. The good things, yes, it was kind of cool to see Laurie Strode back, Jamie Lee Curtis. This is her big last outing. But that hour and 51 minute runtime did absolutely no favors. Somebody should have marshaled in David Gordon Green. Jason Blum, what the heck are you doing? You're producing this and you let him cut a movie that's an hour and 51 minutes? It's got a long opening scene. So this is my spoiler-free version, guys. And I'll cut this out and I'll post it up later on. So I'm not going to talk spoilers. Tomorrow we'll talk spoilers. There's a long opening scene to establish, I guess, sort of the main character, if you can call him that. There's a really long opening sequence, and you're like, okay, well, what does this have to do with Michael Myers? And then you find yourself asking that throughout the first act. What does this have to do with Michael Myers? We see Laurie Strode is there. There's a little bit of the fallout from what Halloween Kills had established with the town being crazy and stuff like that, saying, that evil ends tonight, like that kind of mentality. There was a little inkling of that, but then it's mostly about Laurie Strode's granddaughter and this boyfriend having a weird relationship. It's just about 50 minutes in, I'm like, wait a minute, where's Michael Myers? How is this a Halloween movie? And then in an hour and 10 minutes, I tweeted in the theater, I said, that was our first appearance of Michael Myers, an hour and 10 minutes in. We saw him in flashbacks and stuff, but before that, but man, I was just like, how is this a Halloween movie? It didn't have the same music as a Halloween movie. Like, it didn't have that dun 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 dun, dun like dun dun dun. Like, it didn't have any of that. It was just kind of like a weird slasher movie. Well, that's not really about Michael Myers, and it's sort of, I just don't know what the heck they were thinking of. Because when you watched Halloween Kills, you saw that they wanted to end Halloween. Originally, Halloween Ends was going to take place right after Halloween Kills, and it was going to be, the big showdown of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. And this one has this other story shoehorned in of like this young couple not really even finding love, just kind of interested in each other, right? And that's what the movie is. When I say Michael Myers is shoehorned in, I mean like at the very end, guys. So if you're expecting this to be like a Michael Myers movie, it doesn't feel like that. It's a movie that's not scary, because, okay, yeah, the visage of Michael Myers is somewhat scary, but they don't really use that very well. Um, it's more jump scares, and that's well established in the opening scene that it's just all going to be just jump scares. You don't feel the menace of Michael in this one, right? Um, and some people, yeah, might not like the ending of this. I guess if I had my wishes for Laurie Strode, it ended it ended the way that I wanted it for her, but it didn't end the way that I wanted it for Michael. And just the weird, just yeah, it was kind of like, what the hell is this movie, man? Jesus, oh, oh, it's like, how does this fit in? It's like a weird Elseworld kind of thing, and it's kind of like, guys, my recommendation is don't go see it in the theaters. If you got the chance to see it on a streaming service like Peacock, do that, because I found myself really wishing for one of these, like the TV remote, so I could hit the fast forward button, change it up to like 2x speed, because it's just kind of like, it was just, if it wasn't a Halloween movie and it was just a straight slasher kind of film about this young couple, fine, then it would have been okay. But it's like, it doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. It's not really a Michael Myers movie. It's not really. It's not a Michael Myers movie, I would say. That's what I would say. And that's what, that's my final non-spoilerish kind of feel about it. Let's take a look at the tomato meter. 47%, 61% there by the audience. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, the critics were not as nice to it. 96 reviews, and this will change up during the day, guys. So we'll take a look at it again tomorrow, because tomorrow we're doing spoiler talk for Halloween Ends. And I'm gonna. Hey, if you think I was ripping it apart now, wait until tomorrow. 47%. 61 by the audience. So yeah, those numbers, I think they'll come down. They gotta come down. David Gordon Green, I don't know what the hell you were doing with this movie, man, because you were the one that said, no, we're going to change it up at the last minute, because they even shot the ending for Halloween Kills where it was going to take place right after. But no, he wanted this 4-year time gap. This 4-year time gap, and it's kind of like, Jesus. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews from ABC News. This is a bad one. Jamie Lee Curtis bows out of her iconic role with slashing feminist fire. But if you believe maniac Michael Myers is really hanging up his mask in this divisive scam of an ending, then you don't know how greed powers Hollywood knack for resurrection. And I do think we'll get another Halloween film for sure. I do believe we will get another Halloween movie, but it's going to be another kind of retelling of it, kind of like what Rob Zombie did. Actually, halfway through the movie, I was wishing I was watching the Rob Zombie Halloween. I really was, because that's a Michael Myers movie. I don't know what the heck this is, but it's not. Let's take a look at some more. Let's take a look at some more reviews here. Let's take a look at some good ones. Yeah, let's take a look at a positive review here. Let's see if any names jump out at me here. No. Let's take a look at the Globe and Mail from a positive review. A more welcome return to what a Halloween film should both look and feel like. The movie calls back to questions of fate and destiny that have marked the franchise as a whole, of knowing the feeling of evil where you see it or where it sees you. What? I don't know what movie you're watching. From The Age, Australia. Halloween Ends is no more coherent than its predecessors, but at least adds some new elements to the formula. Well, not really. Because remember the doctor in the first Halloween, like the 2018 version, the doctor that wanted to pick up after Michael Myers? Yeah, we'll talk about that again tomorrow. Okay? So let's see if there's any other names that jump out at me here in the let's just read some. The movie feels longer than it is, a little under 2 hours, and it shouldn't have been. It should be like an hour and a half, because of a serious Michael Myers deficit in early innings, for sure. Yeah, you go into this wanting to see like a. Here's what they set up. They set up like the big showdown, right? what's going to happen here? Michael Myers is going to come back, and there's going to be a lot of stuff there that they could do. I know people would say that, well, you're just retreading some of the storylines then, James. You're not really telling anything that much new about it. And so what then? It's just them trying to wrap this thing up. And this is sort of like the main character, sort of. And if you've watched Friday the 13th, I think it was part 5, right? I'll talk about this again tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to this guy. It's written all over the trailers, actually, when you come to think about it. Yeah, then there's weird off story with this girl and Laurie Strode's daughter who are fighting over their head nurse rights in this clinic or something like that. And they spend a lot of time on that kind of stuff. And it's like, what the hell does this have to do with Michael Myers? And what does it have to do with Halloween? It doesn't. And yeah, I thought this would show up in the movie, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's not in well, her shooting the gun there is in the movie. But this kind of recreation of, yeah, that's not in the movie. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Let's take some live comments here. From Derpy Gaming says certified poop. I haven't seen it. Don't plan on it after 2018 writing. Knew this movie was crap by the trailer. Well, actually, I kind of like the trailer. But the trailer shows pretty much the last. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that more tomorrow in spoilers. So more Michael Myers then, duly noted. Yeah. Yeah. Derpy Gaming also says anybody that thinks this movie was entertaining, you're the problem that is with this franchise, and new trilogy shouldn't exist. Well, here's the thing too, is that some people who are like horror aficionados and they love horror, they'll make excuses for this film, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I shouldn't. I'm not going to. Because it wasn't a very good theater experience. Arglass Viking says, I had fun playing the Michael Myers Paperboy style promo video game. It ended on a high. Oh, okay, so you finished it. You actually wrapped that up. Yeah, there was like a video game that they published for it. I played it a little bit there. My gameplay reaction is up on the channel right now. But like, how does this fare? Like, looking at the box office numbers here, or looking at the scores there on Rotten Tomatoes, right? 47, 61%. How is that going to affect the box office for this coming up week? Because last week, Smile was number 1 with 21.1. Now, you remember, that was a long weekend last weekend. Lionel Owl Crocodile still out there. How is that going to affect the numbers out this weekend? Because it's the only big movie coming out this week. These will be chopped in half. Will Halloween Ends make at least $11 million? Yes, it will. So I am expecting, just because of word of mouth of the franchise, just like Star Wars Force Awakens, it doesn't matter how good it is or how terrible it is. People will go out and see it because of the name alone. So I do think Halloween Ends will make at least 15 to 20 million. But the word of mouth is going to sink it fast. It's going to sink it fast. And out of Smile and Halloween Ends, Smile looks like Shakespeare compared to Halloween Ends. So yeah, that's where I'm expecting it on the box office weekend. And there's other articles out there saying, do hybrid releases like Halloween Ends make sense for Peacock? Well, Peacock is a streaming service it's going to be struggling for, like, competing against Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff like that. I'm just really bummed out. I'm bummed out because, guys, 2 weeks ago we had Smile come out and it was really awesome. Last week we had Hellraiser, which was really cool on Hulu. Just 2 really good horror movies every weekend here. And I thought we were going to get a third one here, something that would close the chapter on this iteration of Michael Myers, and it was, sadly, I think it was a dud. It was a dud. This is probably one of the lowest scores I'm going to give a movie in a long time. It's not going to be a 5. The acting in there, There was some interesting acting from Laurie Strode. Um, I don't know what the heck the sheriff, like the deputy, had to do with it. Um, like her. Oh, God. Like the young guy who gets infatuated with Michael Myers. Okay, that young guy, we saw him on the stairwell there, who's sort of like the pseudo main character. That guy does put in an somewhat interesting performance. Somewhat interesting. So based on that alone, what was his name there again? Let's take a look at the IMDb. Um, where is he, guys? Right there. Corey Cunningham, is that his name? Yeah. He did kind of an interesting performance. And I think people will use that, his performance, like the young guy who sort of like gets infatuated with Myers. Um, People will say, well, that's an interesting idea. And it was. But it didn't feel like it belonged to this trilogy of what they were setting up. At least for me. And yeah. Yeah. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 for Halloween Ends. 3 out of 10. I don't have any desire to watch it ever again. All right, guys, that's it. Let's get back into the movie news. That's enough ragging on that. I'll cut this out and I'll post it up on itself by itself there later on today, so you guys can see it there. I just want to get back into the movie news here because I think I've ragged on it pretty much. And yeah, and I saw on my Twitter there or on my Instagram. I posted myself going into the movie theater, and I was still hyped. I was hyped for it. I was. Okay. Derpy Gaming says it ended in 1981. Yeah. At the end of the day, go see Smile again, people. Yeah, Smile was fantastic. Arglass Viking says, "Don't worry, James. There's always Megan." And I'm hoping for Megan. And Megan, I hear that a lot of people are really weirded out by that robot dancing around like that. Yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy. All right. Okay. Let's talk about what else you can find here on the channel. Mirror Domains, guys, aside from the movie news show that we do daily. On Mondays, we do House of the Dragon full live watch-alongs, guys. So 1:30 p.m. on Mondays, and then on Wednesdays, we do Andor. Andor Episode 6, guys, was some awesome Star Wars. Great Star Wars. Diego Luna's doing fantastic. Oh, I'm going to have to take this out now because we're done She-Hulk. We did She-Hulk on Thursdays, and I'm going to have to find something else to do on Thursdays. I might take a week off, though, and just do the movie news show and do shorts and stuff like that. And then, well, actually, I didn't update that, but in an hour, we're doing Rings of Power Episode 8, the finale. And Hellraiser spoilers. That's not. That's yeah. Sorry. Tomorrow we're doing Horror Weekly, and yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can quickly fix that on the fly while we're paused here, because I dig it. I dig it, man. Okay. Yeah, we're going to replace that. And I also saw Midnight Club Episode 3, so it's all filmed on my phone. And it's going to be a little bit more quicker than last episode because, people just are not reacting to it the way that I thought they would. People are watching my little reviews for Midnight Club, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. All right, let's see if that works. Tell me if that works, James. There we go. There's the thumbnail for Rings of Power. Byford the Hobbit says, bring back Survivor Thursdays. Well, I should have, but doing all these post shows, it's really, I need a break from it just for a little bit because it is taxing to keep up with all this stuff. But we're going to find out what happens in the Rings of Power finale here, guys, in just over an hour. Full live watch along. I hope you. If you've been joining us, want to see what happens. It's been really hard to dodge the spoilers. And there we go. Tomorrow, guys. It's already up on the channel. Thunder what's coming up, because tomorrow, guys, it's normally at 12 p.m., but tomorrow it's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. Horror Weekly is going to be on Saturday still. It's just because I got a lunch meeting that I got to head out to. So there you go. We'll be talking about some of the spoilers for Halloween Ends. All right. Let's get back into this with some more movie news, because, well, Liam Neeson is back in the headlines, which is cool by my books. You know, I like Liam Neeson. I like the movies that he's in. So, and this was rumored a while ago, but it looks like it's coming into a little bit more focus. New Naked Gun movie a go at Paramount, with Liam Neeson in talks to star and Lonely Island's Akiva Schaffer directing. Now, the last we heard about this, it was going to be the guy who did Family Guy and 10,000 Ways to Die in the West wanted to work with Liam Neeson on a Naked Gun movie. But, well, okay. Sources tell Deadline and Paramount Pictures is moving forward with Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson in negotiations to star. Yeah. Okay. I could, you know what? I like the Naked Gun movies. I think they're some of my favorite comedies out there because, well, yeah. It was just... Leslie Nielsen was so iconic in that. And it had so many laughs. It was like crass and sometimes. And I just, I could see Liam Neeson playing the Frank Drebin role, for sure, in a reboot. But, you know, it'd be a little bit more modern. I hope they keep it, you know, risque like this kind of stuff. Just, yeah, for sure. The original film had Leslie Nielsen as Drebin, so, yeah, I think they could do it. It'll be time because, you know, Liam Neeson is, well, some of his early year action movies are not being that well received anymore. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Leslie Nielsen was a great actor, and iconically, his style of acting never changed whether he was doing drama or comedy, which is why Liam Neeson is going to play in the new Naked Gun. He should try not to be funny, not just be a tough guy and let the script do the work. Yeah, exactly. Because Leslie Nielsen did play it straight. If Liam Neeson plays it straight, of course he can play that, and I think he can. Liam's humor is very dry. His one-liners should be funny. Look forward to this. Yeah, and I hope he signs, because it says he's not quite signed, but I'm sure he'll be signed. Just like the way that Harrison Ford is going to be signed for Thunderbolt Ross. Missed opportunity to do a young Nordberg film. No, I don't think so. A new Fraser without writers of Fraser, a new Naked Gun without Zucker, Abrams, or Zucker. Hollywood is run by morons. Well, hey guys, these other people may want to retire too. Allow them to retire. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit mixed in the comments. Akiva Schaffer directed The Watch with Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, and Jonah Hill, written by Seth Rogen, and it's still tanked. Yeah, but that movie didn't have any, other than the names, it didn't have anything else behind it. And I think Liam Neeson is bigger than these three. He is. Yeah, he is. So there you go. And I do like Liam Neeson's smaller movies. So a Liam Neeson Naked Gun is a go. No release date, no production dates yet, guys. So it really depends on when Liam Neeson signs on for it, right? Police Squad. Police Squad. There you go. I'd be on board for that. Why not? Okay. What's next? Little Mermaid poster. We got a new Little Mermaid poster. And it's the best look yet at Disney's live-action Ariel. Really? Is that the best look? Actually, it looks like it's been a little bit photoshopped a bit much. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit for you guys. All right. Best look? No, that looks cartoonish to me. Let's see if I can even blow that up a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't even look like her. What? That's the best look? May 26th? You know, I'm still excited and curious to see what this movie is going to be like. Because, see, when you look at her here, that's a better look than that. Because see, at least here her skin looks somewhat real. Here it looks like it's been spray painted by somebody who got a little overzealous there with the Photoshop. Yeah. Huh? It's just a first poster, guys. It's nothing to get too worked up about. But I am looking forward to this iteration of Little Mermaid, mostly because when she's singing there, it was pretty good. And then I want to see, it'll be, once we see what Ursula looks like the rest of the characters, then we'll have to see, that'll be the true test, right? And I know that it was mixed. You can't see the dislikes here on the Disney, but a lot of people watched it. A lot of people like my reaction to the teaser there too. So I'll be posting a little bit. I'll post a short about this later on today for sure. Moving on. Sister Act 3. Hey, yeah, is this really happening? Whoopi Goldberg wants to add Lizzo and Keke Palmer to Sister Act 3. Lizzo, really? Okay. Keke Palmer we just saw in Nope, which was a better movie than Halloween Ends. Sister Act 3. Okay, so I guess Whoopi Goldberg was on somebody's talk show, Comedy Central's Hell of a Week, and she said that she would like to have Lizzo and Keke Palmer added to Sister Act 3. Now, this was announced like 3 years ago or something like that. It's just coming into fruition now. Let's see what she said. I want everybody to come. I want Lizzo to come. I want everybody. I want Nicki Minaj. I want everybody. Really? I want as many people who want to have some fun because I really desperately need to have some fun, says Goldberg. Well, okay. I still, hey, if you don't like her on The View, whatever. But, I had fun with the first two Sister Acts, and she's going to be producing this along with Tyler Perry. So then, yeah, the money's definitely going to be there behind it. And it's going to be interesting. So it'll be kind of like the passing of the torch, I guess, more or less, right? Like the storyline of her being on the run from like the law. That was kind of put to the background in the third one, right? In the second one, I mean. You know who was in the second one? Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's somebody who I'd like to see back. Because I'm a Jennifer Love Hewitt fan. Oh, we even got a poster. Let's take a look at this poster, guys. Back in Black. Bette Midler. Is she attached to this? Or is this just a fan poster? On Disney Plus. Most excellent. I think this is just a fan poster. It's got to be, right? Oh, it even says Keke Palmer. So this is from her Twitter. Okay. God bless y'all for this manifestation over my life. This is what they asked for. I'm just here to relay. I hope so. Let's take a look at the IMDb and see what it says. It's using that poster. Tim Federle is going to be directing. Sister Act 3 pre-production. Wendy McKenna, Catherine Najimy. Well, we just saw her in Hocus Pocus 2, right? No Lizzo or Nicki Minaj. But, hey, I'd be on board for this. I thought those movies were quite charming. Sister Act 3, guys. I'd be on board for that. Arglass Viking says in the live chat, Little Mermaid needs that Let It Go song to endear it to the target audience. Yes, it does. Let It Go. Yeah. I don't know. I will have to see. Yeah. All right, what's next? 80 for Brady, the Tom Brady movie. Guys, did you know that they're making a Tom Brady movie? Yes. Actually, Tom's going through some tough times right now with a divorce, and who knows if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will do well this year. But there's like a road trip movie, like a bunch of older ladies get together and they want to see Tom Brady play. So it's like a road trip movie to see Tom Brady play football. They call it 80 for Brady. Paramount Pictures sets release date for the road trip movie. Okay, and it's going to have Lily Tomlin in it, Jane Fonda. Cool. We'll take a look at the IMDb here. The release date for the upcoming movie is going to be, okay guys, February 3rd. February 3rd, 2023, I would imagine, not 2024. Because I'm pretty sure it's all in the can. February 23rd. The film is inspired by the true story of four best friends who take a life-changing trip to the 2017 Super Bowl to see their hero, Brady, play. Okay, and Brady's producing this as well. Okay, well, sometimes, well, hey, I'm not, hey, when you look like that and you've got a career in football like that where you've won, what was it, 6, 7 Super Bowls? Nobody's going to look down at you for going through a little bit of hard times. But let's take a look at, well, the IMDb doesn't really have too much more here. But it's got the rest of the cast. Sally Field is also going to be in this, and Rita Moreno. Ron Funches? Don't know who that. Harry Hamlin? Okay. Well, he's going to be in the Witches of the Mayfair Witches, right? Sarah Gilbert, Lily Tomlin. Okay, Sally Kirkland. Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm going to have to see how this pans out, guys. We'll have to wait for a teaser. February 3rd, though, 2023. That's just around the corner. Actually, that puts it right out around the Super Bowl time. That's smart, right? Because that will be the Super Bowl time for this year. So, yeah, I could see that happening, where I have my yearly nachos. Yeah. Yeah. All right. 80 for Brady. There you go. Oh, somebody's left a comment. Let's see what they said. Hopefully it's not too grotesque. What? Why? What? How? And again, why? Well, it's based on a true story, so there you go. Now, I don't expect too much acting from Brady in this because he does appear in it. He does appear in it. So I'm sure he's just going to be on the field doing his normal thing anyway. And then there'll be like some post scenes where he just meets the girls and says what he says to probably other fans, real life fans. So it's not going to be a stretch in the acting department for Tom Brady there. All right, let's move over to some TV news here stuff, guys. Gangs of New York series. There's going to be a Gangs of New York series. Yeah, we were just talking about Martin Scorsese yesterday, actually. And then it looks like he's also going to be directing this. Gangs of New York TV series and works at Miramax writer Brett Leonard with Martin Scorsese to direct. Now, I didn't mind. Well, Liam Neeson was in this movie too, right? Daniel Day-Lewis is the butcher. It was interesting. It was a big cast. I think it's one of his weaker films, actually, to tell you the truth. But watch it because of Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. He plays menacing, like, for sure. One of the first times that he actually worked with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? But a TV series. But if he's directing it, I'm sure he'll get the eyes on it. Book details confrontations between rival gangs in the mid to late 1800s. Yeah, so he said he responded to Leonard's script. Sorry, Leonard, not Leonardo, which had been developed internally at Miramax TV and came on board. So this guy wrote the script, and then I guess Scorsese got his eyes on it and took a look at it and said, yeah, he wants to make this. The different TV adaptations of Gangs of New York. Okay, so he's been trying to get something like this off the ground for some time, and by the sounds of it, this time and era of America's history and heritage is rich with characters and stories that we could not fully explore in a 2-hour film. Okay, so it'll be beyond that story of the butcher and that immigrant kind of side of things. Well, I'm sure they'll still do that kind of stuff, but I don't think we'll see the butcher in it anyway. It'll be like some other thing, I guess. The television series allows us the time and creative freedom to bring this colorful world and all the implications it had and still does on our society to life. Okay. Well, no production start time or anything like that, but I guess it's in the works. So they got the script, and writer Brett Leonard's developing that script. So with Scorsese directing, Miramax is going to be behind it. It's going to pretty much a done deal, but I don't expect to see DiCaprio in it. I don't. He's a bit long in the tooth now for perhaps what the stories they would want to tell. Got some comments here. Let's take a look at what people have to say. Beating a dead horse. Yeah, a little bit, I would have to say. Pop, I don't know what that means. I'd love to see him concentrate on other projects with the time he has left. Talking about Scorsese, probably there, yeah. He's in his late 70s. Isn't he 80 now or something? I don't know. I tried to watch this film a few weeks ago and just couldn't make it through. Harvey and co. were two butchers here. Oh yeah, because he worked with the Weinstein, right? It gets a paycheck, but I think Scorsese is already good in that department. He is. He doesn't need to do this. Hot take considering we know absolutely nothing about the project. Well, other than the time period. Gangs of New York was so long. I thought it was a series when I watched it. Yeah, so people were talking about that stuff. Get a different director. Marty jumped the shark with Irishman. He should be ashamed of that garbage production. Now, I like The Irishman mostly because of the Pacino and De Niro and the acting in it. But I would agree that it was long. I changed my mind. So he wrote this saying that he didn't like The Irishman, then he changes his mind. So we're not reading Anonymous's comments. The script is incredible. Haha. So yeah, not much there, guys. Do you agree that perhaps maybe Scorsese should move on from this kind of stuff? Gangs of New York TV series. Would you want to see something like that from Miramax? Let's take a look at what Scorsese is. How old is he? Because he's that generation of filmmaker. 79. In the next decade, guys, we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot of good filmmakers. And Scorsese is probably going to be one of them. Lucas might be one of them. Francis Ford Coppola might be one of them. How old is George Lucas? Because this is all the same kind of group, right? 76. No, Lucas isn't making anymore, but how old is Spielberg? Like, they're all friends. They all hang out with each other, right? Or they all went to school together or something, like 75. How old is Coppola? 83. So Coppola, yeah, he's the oldest. And he's making his Metropolis movie right now that he's financing himself. So that's one that I'll be looking forward to from Coppola. But yeah, Scorsese's still up there, right? As some of the best directors of all time. Okay, what's next? Okay, let's take a look at the She-Hulk series finale, guys. Just some reactions to it, because we did it yesterday, and I had fun with it. But I can understand that it made a lot of people. It made a lot of people uncomfortable, right? I'm really uncomfortable about this She-Hulk joke about the breaking the wall and having it try to come out to your screen that you on Disney Plus, but I actually really liked the intro. I thought it was the funniest intro where they emulate the Bruce Banner, or it's not Bruce Banner, right? It's David Banner or something in the 80s show with Bill Bixby, right? Anyway, they emulated that opening, but it was with her, and I felt like that was kind of fun. But it was really jarring when they broke the fourth wall and they stepped out of the show itself. And yeah, for sure. I could see that was a little bit jarring for people, but I liked it, and that's part of a nice little playlist that you guys can follow up there for sure. I just want to make sure that I'm getting this right. Bill Bixby, Hulk. Incredible Hulk. David Banner. Is that what it was? It was David Banner, not Bruce Banner? Is that? Yeah, David Banner, Hulk. In the Incredible Hulk TV series. But people are out now talking about it as things wrap up. We'll find out new things for Thursday to do. I liked it. It was a bit jarring. The stuff with the guy injecting himself with another serum, that was kind of a little over the top. She-Hulk only makes Marvel's VFX problems worse. I didn't think so. I let it go. I wasn't hard on it. She-Hulk introduces long-rumored character that's been implications for future fall. Yeah, that, remember, was episode 8 that ended with her looking at something as she was starting to freak out. They never addressed that. She just wakes up in the asylum where they were keeping Abomination. Did I miss that, guys? Who? What was she looking at here? And did they ever answer that? Because that was a loose thread then. And that's probably my only gripe about the entire series. Because I had fun with it. I had fun with She-Hulk. I did. It was nowhere near as good as WandaVision, but WandaVision had heartbreak and fantastic acting from Elizabeth Olsen. And yeah. But anyway, guys, yeah. David Banner was Bill Bixby's character, Hourglass says. We'll find something else there to do on Thursdays. And I need to watch other people's reactions and reviews for it to see how that goes. But I hope she shows up. She will show up again for sure in the MCU, guys. She's here to stay, so I'm happy with that. Kudos to that. All right, guys. How Rings of Power. Now, Rings of Power, guys. In 45 minutes, we're watching the season finale for Rings of Power. Sauron will be like Walter White in season 2. All right, so I guess we're going to get somewhat of a reveal of who the vessel of Sauron's going to be or whatever, because who is it that said that they killed? It was Adar, right? That said that he killed the vessel Sauron before. So we're thinking that Adar will be him, but we'll have to see. In just over an hour, guys. So okay, so this goes into spoilers. We won't go into this now. What I'll do is I'll keep this up. I'll keep these 2 articles up so that when we watch Rings of Power in just over an hour, Galadriel actor reveals how she learned of Sauron twist. So you see, even the headlines are starting to get a little bit too spoilers. So I haven't seen it yet, so I'll keep these 2 articles up and we'll go through them again, just like we did with the She-Hulk finale, and we'll see if we can make heads or tails out of what they're saying there. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much all I have on tap for today. So what we'll do is I'll pull up the old Twitter page here, and we'll see if I've missed any big stories that perhaps have dropped, see if there's any big trailers that dropped. There was a trailer out for a new Mel Gibson movie, but I don't think it's coming to theaters, so I didn't really want to do a reaction to that one. And I'm somebody who's not hard on Mel Gibson, as some people are, but okay. I just, I don't know. Well, maybe it'll show up here in the old Twitterverse. Let's take a look. Brandon Perea will receive Rising Star. Don't know what that is. First look at Pete Davidson and Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci's? I thought he wanted to retire. After The Irishman, I thought he was done. Okay, cool, he's back. First look at Pete Davidson and Joe Pesci in comedy series Bupkis, described as a heightened, fictionalized version of Davidson's real life. And you got Joe Pesci to do this? Because I heard that he's got hearing problems. And that's one of the reasons why he wanted to retire. Huh. But okay, cool. Well, Pete Davidson still has yet to prove himself in my eyes, but he's got a project with Kaylee Cuoco that I want to check out coming out soon. So I'll check that out. Kei Hua Kwan visited Warner Bros. Soundstage where he filmed The Goonies. Oh, okay. He's Short Round, right? This guy played Short Round. Hopefully he gets a cameo in Indiana Jones 5. You can still put him in there, guys. There's still time to put him in there, perhaps at the end or something like that. He just waves to him or nods to him, knowing that he landed on his feet. Short Round. Why not? Come on. All right. First, new look at The Crown Season 5. I haven't watched The Crown. I want to, and that's Elizabeth Debicki. Whew. She kind of looks like Diana there, right? Huh. And she's tall. Yeah, she is tall. I liked her in Tenet. That's where I saw her. Taylor Swift is tall too. And she's blonde. Elizabeth Debicki is blonde. Something's going on here, James. What are you trying to say? Claire Denis stars at Dune is now in theaters. Stars at noon. Margaret Qualley. Okay, well, we just saw her. Talked about her yesterday, right? She's the daughter of Andy McDowell. She was in Maid. I don't know what the heck this is. It's now in theaters and VOD. Don't even know what the heck this movie is. All right, stars at noon. Kiki Palmer and Stephen Wen at Ghetto Film School's annual fall benefit. Cool. Oh, we just talked about Kiki Palmer. I almost didn't recognize her with the long hair. Okay. Viola Davis is featured guest on Hot Ones. Do you guys like that Hot Ones show? I watched. It depends on who's on it. I guess I watched Gordon Ramsay for sure. I watched Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, and it really depends on who's on it, right? Viola Davis is going to be on there though. I can't handle the spice anymore. That's the problem with me. You know, I'm getting up there in age, sadly, guys, and the old stomach just can't handle it as much. I don't know, with spice, you kind of have to slowly build up your tolerances for it and stuff, right? You just can't go to the hottest one and and if you're not used to it, you know, you got to build up the tolerances. But for me, my stomach, I got acid reflux, so it's not good. Anyway, and Jessica Parker Kennedy will play Medusa in Percy Jackson in the Olympian series. Cool. Jessica Parker Kennedy. Jessica Parker Kennedy. Hey, you know, I like Medusa. Maybe I'll play Medusa's my Medusa song. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Okay, as long as it's not like the CG-ish, too CG-ish. Like the face here looks like really cartoonish. Adam Copeland will play Ares. Okay, Ares. So that series is coming along nicely. Anne Hathaway photographed for Elle Magazine's Women in Hollywood issue. Oh, Anne Hathaway. Yep, she takes a great photo. Oh, I like that black and white one. I like drawing, so I like contrasts. Good definition. I like it. Cool. Might have to save that one for the old archives. All right. She's in an interview, having the time of her life. Okay. All right. Michelle Yeoh on Woman's Magazine. Whatever. Diana. Yeah. There's more Elizabeth Debicki. Tall blonde. Is that William and Harry there, I suppose? Is that them? Because he's got red hair there. Is that what it says? I never watched this. And I heard that they keep on recasting the Queen as they get older with her, right? So I'll have to watch it maybe someday. Netflix will launch an ad-supported tier in November 3rd, $6.99 a month. Okay. Anya Taylor-Joy has wrapped filming Furiosa. The film will be released May 24th, 2024. Cool. She's wrapped. Actually, I just saw on Halloween Ends, they did a trailer for The Menu, and that's coming out soon too, and she's in that. I'm looking forward to that. We just saw her in Amsterdam. She was good in that. People ragged on Amsterdam, saying it was like 15% or 25% or something. No, it wasn't. Furiosa. There's Charlize as Furiosa. Cool. Hopefully post-production doesn't hold up George Miller, though, because Fury Road went through a long post-production. They went back for a lot of reshoots. Hopefully Furiosa is not going to be the same. First poster, Little Mermaid. Succession. Okay, I think that's from where we were yesterday. Yep, that's where we were yesterday. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. In 25 minutes, we're going to be watching the Rings of Power finale. And I hope you guys come join that. Other than that, guys, I don't think we have much more to talk about today. It's Friday, so it's the weekend. And just remember, tomorrow, the Horror Weekly is going to be an hour early. 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm just refreshing my YouTube page to see if we got any more trailers that perhaps have dropped. No. No trailers. Just that Mel Gibson one, what it's called. Was it called? On the Line. Oh, of course I get commercials. I think he's playing like some podcaster or something, or he's like a radio host saving films. Radio host thriller movie. Okay. Mel definitely has a dope radio voice. Well, yeah, I'm sure he does. Mel is a fantastic director. Can someone please let him make his Viking movie so we can have another Braveheart, please? Yeah, and some people still hold him to account for his indiscretions, I suppose you could say. Horror. Okay, so it's mostly him talking. But he's, guys, regardless of what you say about his personal life and his personal problems, um, he's still a good actor. And he's a good director. He's a very good director. He's not directing this, is he? On the Line, Mel Gibson. Take a look at that. No, he's not directing this. Romuald Boulanger. What's it say here in the synopsis? A host takes a call where an unknown person threatens to kill the showman's entire family on air. To save loved ones, the radio host will have to play a survival game, and the only way to win is to find out the identity of the criminal. Okay. All right. So that's what that is. On the Line. Yeah, and he's a good actor, guys. I think he's going to be directing Lethal Weapon 5 by the sounds of it. So hopefully that one comes together. So it's kind of like all taking place inside the radio booth. On the Line. Okay. All right. Check that out. I'll check that out. All right, guys. Let's jam here for like 10 minutes or so. We had a fun time yesterday jamming on the old guitar. If not, I'll see you guys Monday for more movie news. And if you are interested in Rings of Power, see you guys in 30 minutes. If not, take a break. We'll be there. I'm going to make my coffee here. Yeah. And we'll just have some fun because it's Friday. I'm really trying to actually, yesterday I spent a lot of time just holding my guitar like this because I'm really trying to work my pinky and this finger. They say that most, like, what was it, 80% of guitar players can't use this finger properly. So I'm trying to build up the muscles along here in my hand. So I'm just doing boring. Boring drills like that. Trying to build up the muscles because it's just learning new stuff, right? Learning to play it. I don't know. My hands are big, but that's no excuse. I guess you should be able to. It's about how I hold the neck too. I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess I couldn't see myself playing on stage like that or playing in front of other people. But I guess that's how. If I ever wanted to learn how to like shred, like do all the quick up and downs, then I would have to start playing like that to do it really fast. But we'll have to see. try the different A. Yeah, just trying out different things because that's how you songwrite, right? Like you play something in a certain way, and then instead of using like this B minor, you try this B minor, and then see if you like the way that it sounds. But it's the same. It's just played at different parts on the neck, and that's A minor or A major. That's A major. Try this A major. Played a little bit higher, it takes it out. So yeah, experimenting like that's really good. Cleveland. Yeah, I want the Yankees to lose so bad, but I don't think they will. I think Astros have a chance to wipe out the Yankees, and if not, I think the Dodgers are coming out of the East, or sorry, the West, or sorry, the National League. It's not like that. The National League Dodgers are going to come out, and I think probably the Astros. I hope the Astros, but it's probably going to be the Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. Not D minor. Yeah, A major, D minor. Papuna official says, movie sucked. Are you talking about, Halloween Ends? I think so, man. I'd have to agree with most people out there that Halloween Ends. What the fuck is this channel? Why do I see it? Why do you see it? Because we do talk about movie news here, man. We're just wrapping up the show. The show's done, actually. So, and it's Friday, so I'm just whipping out the old guitar, playing some songs. Well, not really playing some songs, just jamming. Talking about Halloween Ends and how it's not so good. It didn't. The movie didn't have that. I guess it sort of tried to have it there at the end. It didn't have any of that. But, nah. And John Carpenter did the score for this one too, didn't he? It didn't have that eeriness to it. Like the score is something that's usually iconic with the Halloween movies, and in this one, it just didn't suit it. Don't play the theme, James. You'll get striked. No, I won't get striked. And who knows? It's in a different key, right? I don't know what key it's normally in. And I don't think you get striked for playing it. Yeah, alright guys, 5 more minutes and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. I don't know why people do the things that they do, but it's cool. We'll be talking about spoilers on Halloween Ends tomorrow for sure. And that's where we'll be talking about the spoilers for Halloween Ends. And what's going on out here? Okay, that's enough for today, guys. We're just jamming again. All right, guys, I'm going to cut that part out. My review for Halloween Ends. The spoiler-free review will be up on the channel later on today. And as soon as I get around to editing Midnight Club Episode 3, that'll be up on the channel too. And, guys, 17 minutes, we're watching Rings of Power, the finale. See you guys there. Thank you very much for joining me today on this episode. Mirror Domains. See you guys next time. And tomorrow for more Halloween Ends spoilers. See you there.